Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 5, Sloka number 24. Yom Tas Shri Bhagavanuvacha Yom Tas Sukhontararamah Tadhantarjyotirev yah Sayogi Brahma Nirvanam Brahma Bhutodhigacchati. Bhagavan Shri Krishna, after explaining a lot of things about the Gnanam, Gnana Yogam, once a person gains the real knowledge of the self, then he is almost like a karma sannyasi. Karma sannyasi. Not necessarily outer sannyasa, but internally he renounced everything. Being his attention is on the self, he attained the self, he realized the self. Then, in that process, Bhagavan, in the 24th and 25th and 26th shlokas, the result, the phalam of the Gnanam he is explaining. While explaining this phalam of the Gnanam, the different stages of the spiritual sadhanas are also included in that. Now, in this 24th shloka, last class we have already saw the meaning. One is which Upanishads are calling the Satchit Ananda, the Swarupa of the Atma, our own essential nature, is indicated here with the three different words. One is Antar Aramaha. Antar Aramaha. That means who resides, who dwells within, means the placing, dwelling place. When we talk about the place here, not a relative place, but it is a sat, which is exist. The existence is called here Aramam, where in fact all the relative prapancha, the Namarupa prapancha is dwelling, appearing, projected. That is the Sat. So without the Sat, those things cannot exist. That's why our nature is explained as the Sat, first existence. So Antar Aramaha and Yah Jyotihi Antah Jyotihi Eva. This Antah means first discover within yourself. Once if you discover your essential nature, and you need not to again specially discover the nature of the God, you need not to discover the nature of the world. The God or the world, all are Jiva, you all are one and the same. The same principle, the same Brahma Tattvam only, appearing as in these three levels with the three different conditionings. Conditions may vary, conditions may appear and disappear, but the conditioned, the Brahman, is never become limited or modified. So, Antasukha, Antarjyoti. The Jyoti word indicates the Chit, the conscious principle. Not only that I exist and I know that I exist. Not only the world exists, I know that world exists. Not only that Samashti Shakti, the Ishvara exists, but I know that Ishvara exists. But all are exist. The existence is the common principle, but upadhis and the superimposed things are not permanent. They are all uncommon, differs. Not only I exist and I know I exist, but I know that I am being all pervading, being anantaha, being untouched, being unmodified, being I am ekaha. Therefore, I am the nature of ananda, antassukaha. See, for all these three words are used antassukaha, antar aramaha, antar jyoti. Later we'll come to know this antaha word is not required. From the standpoint of the Brahman Chaitanyam, the antah bahihi is not, doesn't have any meaning. From the standpoint of the space, there is an inner space and outer space is meaningless. Only as long as we see this conditioning, the upadhi of this pot, then for transactional purpose, we say that the pot, the space in the pot, the inner space and outer space. But you ask or think from the standpoint of the space, there is no inside and outside. Antar bahishchatat sarvam vyapyanarayana. So, this first line indicated the three principles are the three characteristics of my essential nature. In fact, three we cannot say, and we should not say even the characteristics, because when there is only one, without second, uncomparable, uncompetent, then how you can say, but for us to understand. But the three things are one and the same. Sadeva chit, chideva sat, sad chideva anandam. They are inseparable because I know, for example, in the sleep, I exist and I know I exist, but not in the sleep because there you are, there is nobody to differentiate and say that Ahankara is not there. The undivided a mass of consciousness only is there. But certainly, I know that I am in bliss, happiness, unconditional happiness. But then naturally, my nature is the happiness. So my nature is happiness, unconditional. The unconditional happiness only also reflecting in all the conditioned happinesses also. Okay. So in this way, whoever recognizes this sayogi, he is the attained the samasthiti. He attained the purest state. He attained the ultimate state, sayogi, the gnani. Here we should not take this word yogi as the yoga sadhana did and they achieved the many kinds of siddhis and all that. Here yogi means gnani. Brahma nirvanam brahma bhutah adigacchati. Brahma nirvana means here one or two meanings, but ultimately it is nirvana means culmination. That's why many times if anybody died also, nirvanam they say. Okay? Or even the lamp, when the flame gets extinguished, then also we'll say deepa nirvanam. Okay. And so Nirvana means disappearing, culmination, merging, or in a other way to see that word, nir avaranam nirvanam, where there is no any kind of conditioning, where there is no any kind of superimposition, and that state is called nir avarana sthiti is called nirvanam. That means simply to say jivan muktaha mokshaha, he attained the brahma nirvanam. And adhigacchati means he attained brahma bhutaha. He himself discovered that he himself is the Brahman. So knowing the Brahman is not like a knowing about some other object, it is a subjective. So knowing about the Brahman is knowing is being. I am the Brahman. So only in the self-knowledge, the subject-object difference is not there. I am the subject, I am the object. Therefore, Brahma Bhutaha. He become Brahman. Okay, becoming means before also, not now newly become. After I studied my graduation, then I became postgraduate. I'm always Brahman. Only thing now I discovered that I am always a Muktaha. I am ever Brahman. I was Brahman. I am Brahman. I will be Brahman. Always I am Brahman only. He attains this kind of understanding is called Adhigacchati. Attains also. He is not in a time or space traveling or going somewhere and attained Shivapadam. He attained Vishnupadam. He attained all those things which are talked in the Bhakti Shastra or the Puranas is nothing but really, if you understand correctly, clearly, is this Brahma Nirvanam. Now, after explaining like this, now in the 25th shloka, further Lord continuing, Labhante Brahma Nirvanam Rishaya Kshina Kalmashaha छिन्नद्वैधा यतात्मानः सर्वभूतहिते रताः. Very beautifully point wise Bhagavan giving here. After labhante brahma nirvanam, having attained this brahma nirvanam, or whoever having these qualities, these different steps of spiritual sadhanas he completed, and then for him he obtains the labhante brahma nirvanam, which is already told that brahma nirvanam who attains. Now I will take the words from the second line end, so it is convenient to build up the thought. Oh, it is the step by step are the stages of the spiritual sadhana through which the every seeker has to go through. The first one is Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. If you have done the Karma Yoga properly and you have understood the teaching of the Shastra properly, and you have really the devotion to the Almighty, the Samashti Ishvara, you must develop the attitude, the feeling of respecting, revering, and praying and asking for the safety, security, peace of the entire creation. Here, the Bhutaha, Sarva Bhuta, towards all kinds of the Jivarasis, the beings, we must have that hita. That means I never even think, I never even say, I never even do any kind of harm, himsa. Ahimsa stitihi sarvabhuta hitastitihi. No himsa, no any thought of himsa also about any. So this kind of, so there are so many prayers in our Vedas now. Therefore, sarvabhuta, sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. So like this, how can I serve every prani? How can I love every being? You may not able to serve every being, every living being. At least start respect and revere. Be empathetical. Show the empathy who are staying near to you, to your near dear, your family members, your parents or the wife or husband. Empathy, not sympathy. Empathy is that feeling the pain by seeing the pain of the others and having that empathy, and you put yourself in that place, then naturally when you have that empathy feeling, then you never hurt anybody. You never talk any kind of harsh and horrible words towards anybody. So naturally, ahimsa, satyam, asteyam, aparigraham, all these things automatically will come in you. See, one simple principle. Stop hating. Okay, love ever, hate never. If you are not able to love everybody or help everybody, but don't do any harm to anybody, anything. So in this way, this behavior, quality of the empathy should come from near and dear to you, from your family. Then naturally, you will work for the others also. Okay, you never become a selfish person. A person who is having the sarvabhuta hita bhavana, sarvatma bhavana, sarvabhuta hita. My living here, my life, my existence on this earth should not become a burden to the earth, should not create a problem to the other fellow beings. If everybody is having this thought, then that is called Ramarajya. All these quarrels, fightings, everything will subside. Either family, village, state, country, national, international, all kinds of fightings all will get end. So, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. So, for this purpose only, in Karma Yoga topic when we are discussing, we told about Shastra says about Pancha Mahayagnas. You do that Pancha Mahayagnas, Daiva Yagnam, Pitru Yagnam, Rushi Yagnam, and Bhuta Yagnam, and Manushya Yagnam. Then naturally, your uh, you, your attitude towards the other fellow beings will be a love. Your expression is only a love. So love becomes the center of the life, not the grabbing. When there is a love, then there is a peace. So in order to feel the peace within you, you have to show the love. Whether others show towards you or not, You, it doesn't matter. You don't worry. This is for your own benefit, for your own spiritual upliftment. So, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha, the first stage. Then, when you are practicing that, naturally, in course of time, your heart becomes more and more and purer. All kinds of enemies and negativities from your mind, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, all will gradually, slowly will vanish. That's why the second stage, now you are Kshina Kalmashaha. It is a plural. Kalmasha means dirt. Okay? Kalmasha means badness. Kalmasha means negativity, negative emotions. Kalmasham. Okay? Any kind of this, raga, dveshas, these are all kalmasham. Kama, krodhas are kalmasham. Okay? Kalmasham means adulterated, mixed with the dirt, mixed with the poison. So, but these people now, after he practiced the Sarvabhuta Hite Rataha, naturally, Kshina Kalmashaha. See, these are all how the becomes the steps and stages of the further spiritual growth. Then, Kshina Kalmashaha, that means you are now pure at the heart. That means you have got the full eligibility for receiving the Gnanam, to understand the statements and teachings of the Vedanta Upanishads. And naturally, you will then become a very self-oriented, self-disciplined, self-committed, a Shraddha Bhakti Yuktaha. So that word is used, Yatatmanaha. That means you put efforts forward. You never simply say, God will do everything. If I have to get the moksha, God will give. Never say that. Never say that. My destiny is like that. My fate is like this. My family people are like this. My body is like this. My, don't tell anything excuses for your spiritual upliftment, because unless otherwise I decide about my spiritual path and progress, even God cannot give. And if I decide, if I choose, God cannot deny also. Even God cannot stop me if I choose. If I don't choose, even God cannot compel or give me. So, here it depends upon what? Me. Me. I am the decider. I am the cause. Then naturally, I am the problem. I should be the solution. So in that way, yatnam, prayatnam, effort. He puts a constant effort. That means he never become lazy. Okay. You're making use of the God's grace, but don't tell that God will do. No, you have willpower to do. So, using our willpower, instead of saying that God's will, unless there is a God's will, nothing will happen, nothing will move. In the spiritual progress or the path, a person never should not say this and totally depending on the Lord. You have the choice. You are the decider. Who stops you? Things may be favorable, unfavorable, but if you are strong, if you are committed to your path, that committed, sincere seekers are called yatatmanaha. Bhagavan Later going to tell in the 6th chapter, Uddhare Ratmanatmanam. Lift yourself by yourself. Atmanam na avasarayet. Never degrade yourself by yourself. Very important. So etatmanaha. So I am responsible for all my karma, punya, papa, the present life. Now I am the decider. So that much strongness, commitment has come in the mind. So one by one, see, three steps are over. Sarva bhuta ite rataha, kshina kalmashaha, yatatmanaha. Now the fourth one is chinna dvaidaha. Chinna dvaidaha means free from all the doubts. If you have any doubt about the scriptures, any doubt about the teacher, anything about the spiritual path and the steps which you have to follow, then your progress will be very, very slow. So therefore, doubts will be there in the beginning. That's why for long, lengthy period of time, we must listen to the Shastra from a competent teacher for a lengthy period of time, consistently. Then only Chinna Dvaidhaha. Any small doubt about it. Generally, the doubts about the Jiva, then doubts about the world, Jagat, and Ishvara. So Vedanta deals with only these three triangle only. If there is any doubt regarding these three, then your progress will be obstructed. So until you become free from the doubts, Chinna Samshayaha is told in the different other places in Upanishad, and here Chinna Dvaidhaha means also same. Whose Dvaitha means here Dvaita Bhavana, also another meaning. All kinds of dualities. What? I am different, God is different. I am different, the world is different. So, as long as this duality, bhavana, is there in any angle, that means doubt. You have not discovered your own essential nature as one Atma. As long as there is a Dvaitam, Dvitiyatvai, Bhayam Bhavati, Upanishad says, the fear will continue to exist. Then naturally you cannot be peaceful with, you cannot live peacefully with the fear. So getting out of the fear of death, fear of security, and fear of I may get the what sufferings, miseries. So the fear is there about all this. And when this fear, if the fear has to go, means you must discover that one self, Atma. Otherwise, the fear will continue. Fear will be there. Fear is there about the God, and fear is there about the world, and fear is there about your own body and which you are thinking as Jiva. So when then you live freely and happily, how long you will struggle like this? So then, after having gone through these four stages, that person attains the Brahma Nirvanam. That Brahma Nirvanam attained people are called Rishayaha, a new word Bhagavan is using here. Very beautiful, very uh, deep word, which we the whole Sanatana Dharma, our Hmm? This Bharat Bharatavarsha is based on the Rishi Dharma. We are all belong to Rishi Parampara. Anyhow, Rishayaha. Immediately when the word Rishi word we hear, generally we get that picture in our mind, a person with a long beard, hmm, and a lot of jeta hair and kavi dress. So dadis and kavis not indicating the rishi. Rishi means gnani. जानाति आत्मतत्त्वम् इति ऋषय ऋष ऋषयति ऋष्यति ऋषयति जानाति जानाति आत्मतत्त्वम् इति ऋषयः. So rishis are mantradrastas, mantradrashtarah. That is also different meanings are there. Here, gnani. Okay. So it doesn't make any difference about your external appearance. You may have all kinds of external appearance of the like a saint and your dress and your makeup and all that, but internally, if you are not having these sarvabhuta hite rataha, shrina kalmashaha, yatatmanaha, chinnadvaidaha, and much more than that, not having the shastra gnana, not involving in the Shastra Shravanam or Shastra Bodhanam, then you are not at all considered as a sannyasi or swami or rishi. So here rishi means. Now, we are all grihasthas, or if you are living in the family also, you have very much having your house and everything, you live there itself, but still you can live like a rishi. Rishi is a title which we can all have ourselves if you are confident about the your attainment of your establishment in the gnanam, not pandityam. Gnanam is different and pandityam is different. Okay, we need a practical knowledge and not the bookish theoretical knowledge. So in this way, after 25th shloka, Bhagavan in the 26th shloka also some more steps are continuing the same ideas with different stages of the spiritual growth or sadhanas. Kama krodha viyuktanam yatinam etachetasam abhito brahma nirvanam vartate viditatmanam. It is a kind of repetition and emphasis again how it is important for a spiritual seeker to be free from to conquer this kama, krodha, stada, moha. So many places Bhagavan keep on telling again, and he is going to tell also. Already in the last two classes, we have discussed a lot about this kama, krodhodbhavam, vegam, and kama, krodhas, तदा लो काम एष क्रोध एष रजोगुणसमुद्भवः महाशनो महापाप्मा. So kama krodha viyuktanam, who is free from this kama krodha, uh, desire and anger. And I told in the last class how a person can live without any desire or any kind of these emotions. See, actually, there is no negative emotion or bad emotion. In the beginning, we say that for you to understand and be cautious. But once you mature more and more in this understanding, all the emotions which are cropping up, which are there like inbuilt in the mind, they are all useful. That is what I emphasized in the last class. Even this anger, desire, and hatred, not hatred, jealous. Why can't you take them, use them in a positive way? Even though they are by word, it is, but try to be take them and convert them into the totally positive. But it is not possible. It is necessary also in the life, in the Vyavahara, sometimes to show this kind of negative emotions. But from the standpoint of the spiritual seeker or a Gnani, they are not negative. I told you, you remember the examples? For example, I feel jealous of the Nachiketa and Dhruva or Meera or some Bhaktas. How small age they are able to get such a Gnanam. Now I am retired 50, 60, 70, but I am not able to even focus my attention or sit for some time quietly and do the meditation. Like this. What a devotion. They forgot in the world. I am not able to forget my family, children, even for a while. So in this way. And so use them positively. So kama krodha viyuktanam. That means these emotions which are in the mind are under the perfect control or in the hands of this Gnani, seeker or Gnani, attained the Gnanam already or going to attain. And these people are called Yatinam Yatachetasam. Yati means, see, the previous sloka also, this word Yatatmanaha. This Yati, Yatayaha, Yuktaha, all this tells about only one thing, perfect self-controlled people. That means naturally mind control, sense control, shama, dama, all included in that. So, yatinam, of the self-controlled uh, people, it, sages, saints, gnani, rishayaha, and yatachetasam. Okay, see, yati means definition Lord himself is giving. Yatinam, for such a self-controlled person or the Gnani, what is their quality? What is the traits of that quality? Who has got the perfect control on their thoughts? Chetasa means here thoughts. Thoughts means what? Emotions only. Mind is nothing but the bunch of thoughts. Bunch of thoughts are means so many kinds of emotions. Basically, they are divided into two, raga and dvesha. In this way, they control abhitaha. Abhitaha means from all sides. That's why from all sides means what? The negative emotions also, they use them perfectly properly. Even negative emotions also, they will use and cash by them also for spiritual growth. Using the negative emotions and getting the benefit, not like that, but they will take out of the negative emotions also a good spiritual benefit. So from all sides, abhitaha, that means any kind of no thought cannot disturb me. Thoughts may come and go because as long as I use my this body and I interact and live in the society, naturally I have to use these instruments. But no thought is going to disturb me, making me depressed or dejected. So that's why Abhitaha Brahma Nirvanam. See again the Brahma Nirvanam word is coming third time. Absolute here in this way you can say Avida. Uh, this self-realized people and Jivan Muktas are who is attained the perfect absolute freedom also is called Nirvanam. Nirvana means free from freedom, absolute freedom. Either this body-mind complex or Deshakala Vastu or three avasthas three lokas, three gunas, any of these things have no any impact or strength to disturb me. So absolute freedom. That's why the real freedom is this, not by uh, I have get rid of this problem, so I am free. How long you can say? Another problem will come. So problems are not there at all from me if I see myself from the higher standpoint of Paramarthika Tattva. But if I look from the lower standpoint, my lower eye, it always will have the problems. So the shift, paradigm shift from this lower eye to higher eye and not giving any importance or the uh, reality to this lower eye, then that state is called Brahma Nirvanam. In that way, they live in this world, vartate. That's why, see, going away from the situation, running away from the place, running away from the people, and running away from your own mind. People try that only, no? By using drugs, alcohol, and all these things are indulging in so many sensual pleasures. They want to escape from the pressure of their mind. That is the biggest problem. Even the boredom also is a disease. To get out of that boredom only people run here and there. So restless. So vartate, they exist, live in this world. Who are they? Viditatmanam. Those who with Veda with who knows about the Atma. Oh, if you know about the Atma, it is enough. Yes, knowing is being, we said. Shastra. So, Vidita Atmanam. That means, first of all, you must know. How you will know? You listen. By listening, you will know it and you will claim it. You will own it. You will own it. Because it is you yourself, nowhere to go, nothing to do. You are yourself. Then claiming yourself as this Satchit Ananda Parabrahmam is so easy instead of running out and claiming something. You are supposed to claim, you are not doing that. And you are claiming all other LIC policies and insurance policies, claiming. How much you may claim, how much you may do complaints on the others, world, and Ishvara, not going to help you, my dear. Only you claim yourself, then you will find that you are the treasure house of everything. I am everything. मय्येव सकलं जातं मयि सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं मयि सर्वं लयं याति तद्ब्रह्माद्वयमस्म्यहम्. So very beautifully here Bhagavan brought out. First of all, you must be well informed about the self-knowledge. That's why Viditatmana. After knowing, well informed, that means you are very much participating in the satsanga and doing shravanam. And they only able to have the freedom from their all mental thoughts and the modifications and emotions. Those people are only called as the yatis, and they are only able to conquer the kama krodha, all kinds of these disturbances. These are all the stages which we have to go through, and this is the goal. This is the goal. Without re-engineering our own mind and refining our own mind, why we are depending on the outside Ishvara, God. Of course, you can depend on the God Ishvara. Oh Lord, give me the more strength. Give me the inner strength. For that, I will seek the support of you. because you are the Almighty. But then I will put efforts forward with my inner strength. Then very easily I can uh, climb up this ladder of the spiritual uh, goal through this ladder. So for all this you need, that's why Shraddha Bhakti, Jnana Yoga, the Vaihi. With Shraddha Bhakti and commitment, you try yourself. In the Upanishad, the teacher says, Avaihi, you, know yourself. After hearing, first listen, Shravanam. So after telling like this, 26th shloka. Now with this actually the fifth chapter, Sannyasa Yoga is over. But Lord wants to introduce the another topic. So it will create a doubt or interest in the Arjuna's mind. Now he is going to introduce the topic just incidentally about the meditation, dhyanam. That's why this is going to be the uh, keynote for the next chapter, this dhyana yogam or atma samyama yogam. So I will give just a gist of these three shlokas. The details will come in the next chapter for each word. 27th shloka. Sparshan krutva bahirbahyan चक्षुश्चैवान्तरे भ्रुवोः प्राणापानौ समौ कृत्वा नासाभ्यन्तरचारिणौ. Suddenly Bhagavan, after telling and all that, now is telling some practical tips about the straight away the dhyanam without any much introduction. What he is telling? Sparshan krutva bahihi bahyan akrutva. That means sparshan krutva. Um, Keep all these external outer material things, okay, outside, shutting outside. That means naturally you are sitting for a meditation, you are closing the eyes, okay. Bahihi, all outside things, your family, wife, husband, children, job, business, world, politics, everything, let it, you just keep outside. Shut it, close the door. Bahihi, bahya. Then focus your attention of your mind. Chakshuhu chaiva antare bhruvoho. Okay, I'm not going much details about it. Bhruvoho means in between the eyebrow center you focus the attention. Then do little bit pranayama, control your breathing. And after the prana in and out is going equally. Okay, Rutva. And then you keep your attention only between the tip of the nose to the eyebrow center. Let your mind only move here. Nasa abhyantara charino. Like this, some instructions. So for each one of these words are all going to be elaborated again in the sixth chapter. So I am not going to discuss them much now. 28th sloka. यतेन्द्रियमनो बुद्धिः मुनिर्मोक्षपरायणः विगतेच्छाभयक्रोधः यः सदा मुक्त एव सः. In this way, whenever I want, I can shut down the external world. Not in sleep, not by drugs, not by alcohol or anything. Wanted deliberately, anytime, I can switch off and switch on. So, yata indriya manaha buddhihi munihi. Who can do this switch on and switch off? If I have no control on that switch and I don't know how to operate that. See, many gadgets, many of us don't know how to operate. Even our cell phone, we don't know totally what to do. Occasionally, we'll go to the mechanic and ask him to do. So, if you want to able to switch off the external world with your will, then it is possible. First of all, uh, I need to switch off and keep the world away from you. Keep a distance. Okay? Who can do? Who has got again see the same thing? Who has got the sense control, mind control, and intellect control, and those munis. Okay, and normal persons will ask the questions. Why, sir? You are asking all the time. Control the senses, control the mind. Huh? Then how we can enjoy this world? If you want to enjoy this world, and if you think like that, you go. Then you will know one day that how much you have to indulge and enjoy, and what the world give the lesson to you. Okay? Then you will come. So don't ask like that, because control the senses, control the mind. That is the only real greatness. That is only real greatness or inner conquest. So outside what you are doing, achieving is not a great deal, my dear. If you are not able to manage your own mind, then how you can manage the others? So learn to manage yourself first. So those who know are interested to mind their own mind, they are called munis. Again, see this word. Muni means again our mind gets the picture of the muni. Okay, remove all this wrong notion and understand correctly. Who is able to, who knows how to manage themselves is called muni. Who is able to manage his own mind is called muni. And naturally, why they are they have to control the mind and all that senses and keep the uh, switch off the world whenever you want. Don't indulge too much in all this, because my goal of the life is different. I have to travel towards the higher, the Paramarthik Satyam. I am Moksha Parayanaha. See, if this goal is not clear and if the goal is not higher, you will fall in the lower. This is very important. Unless otherwise you have that higher goal, purpose. What is the higher goal in the life? Shastra says dharma, artha, kama, then finally moksha is the higher goal. Then if that is the goal of my life, and it is a permanent goal, not a short term and long term. Short term or long term, they are all are with the term. Term and the end with the time. But which is not end with the time, which is beyond the time, that is the moksha. So those people only, moksha parayanaha alone, the muni only can do this. Yatihi only, indriya manobuddhihi munihi. Then what? Vigatech, that means why he is telling this, and before that the points about the meditation. See, unless otherwise you have this set of setup of mind, you cannot sit for meditation, and you can't understand what is the meditation, how to do meditation, what for you are doing meditation, what you want to achieve in the meditation. And vigata ichha bhaya krodha, again emphasized, as long as the desire is crop up in your mind. For example, now you sit for listening to the satsang, you have come to the class, but before coming to the class, you fought with somebody at home and lot of fighting, and after fighting finished, you came to the class, or on the way in the traffic, some quarrel fighting, then naturally you cannot sit quietly and peacefully and listen and grasp the class that day. It takes some time for you to settle down. So, this is very important. Unless otherwise we get free from the desire and free from the fear and free from the anger. So, three samples are given here. So, these are all the enemies like, no, always dodging on us, disturbing on us, attacking on us. As means my mind. So, for the disturbance of my mind, no outside person is not cause, but it looks like other person created cause for my anger, cause for my fear. You analyze that. Why I have to become angry because of that person behaved like that? And something happened, something like that. Why I have to build up and allow the fear to crop up? And why I have to become angry? Why these desires are endlessly increasing and increasing? You ask yourself, then only whoever able to do this and then is able to do the meditation easily, yeah, whoever in these conditions are having, he only sahayeva sada muktaha. This sada word, nitya muktaha, nitya mukto nirashrayah. So, Nitya Sannyasi also Bhagavan used the word in the some other place. Okay? Nitya Sannyasi, Yona Dveshti na Kankshati, who doesn't have any like or dislike on anything. Na Dveshti na Kankshati. Kanksha means desire. That person alone is Sahayeva Sada Muktaha. Sada means always. Always means now. Ever. So mukti, if you want to claim, now itself it is there, now and here. Only thing, I must claim and take this wholeheartedly. Then the last shloka, 29th, Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram Suram sarva bhutanam gnatva mam shanti mrichati. In the previous word, sloka, sada sahayeva muktaha. Muktaha means what? Who is happy and peaceful. Okay? Shanti. Our Atma Swarupa is a Shanti. Samruddham Amrutam. Shantoyam Atma. That's why here it is told Brahma Nirvanam Ruchyati said there. Sada Muktaha said. And now Shantim. So Mukti, Atma, Shanti, they are not different. They are all synonym. Atma is Shanti Swarupam. Atma is Ananda Swarupam. Atma is Mukta Swarupam. So, here Bhagavan bringing a slight tint of the bhakti aspect. How to understand this, the Samashti Ishvara. Okay, because for meditation, for many of them in the beginning, the God or the Ishta Devata, these are all very useful. But gradually they will Ekarupa Dhyana to, they will progress to the Vishwarupa Dhyana. Then they will still further progress to the Arupa Dhyanam, the Brahmanishta, Brahmanusanda. So anyhow here Bhagavan telling that Bhoktaram, you come to know me. Know me means from the Ishvara standpoint, Lord talking here, know me as the enjoyer, enjoyer of the what? Sacrifices. Bhoktaram, uh, Mam Gnatva, you will take the words from there, second line. By knowing me as the enjoyer of the yajna tapasam, through all kinds of yajnas and tapasas and whatever. In the fourth chapter, we have seen so many types of yajnas, no? With all this, what is the purpose finally? To propitiate the Samashti Ishvara. So Lord saying that I am the enjoyer. That means then your ego and your feeling of you are enjoying, keep it side. Keep it side. And Yajna Tapasam. And who am I, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. From the Samashti, the Ishvara Tat Bhavana, Bhagavan is telling, and I am the well-wisher of Suhridam, Sarva Bhutanam. I am the well-wisher of the all the beings. Okay, friend of the all beings. Then, if Ishvara saying that, we must also say that no, Ishvara is the only my best friend. My relation is only with the Ishvara. In this way, whoever come to know me, Gnatva Mam Shantim Ruchati. So in this way, Lord, in these last three verses, given some kind of new introduction, like to the thought of the how to understand the Ishvara and meditate on Him, and for that, what are the preparations you require. So all that He brought the topic of meditation in the Gnanam along with it. But because for many of them, the Gnana part may not be easily understandable. So let them start from the basic disciplines of these things. So next chapter, Lord will elaborate them. So here we have concluded the fifth chapter, Pushpika. Om Tatsaditi Iti Shri Tatsaditi Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Karma Sannyasa Yogo Nama Panchamodhyayaha. Hari Om. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.